So, guys, I want to weigh in on this very interesting topic of weddings. In particular, expectations of the bride and the groom on the bridesmaids and the groomsmen. I almost said the groomsmaids. English. All right. Now, there's this expectation and the big topic or elephant in the room of who pays for the outfits. So you invite me as your bridesman to your wedding, assuming that you are my friend or you are my relative. The question is, who pays for that suit? Now, my point is, weddings are not compulsory. There are many ways where you can get married without even having a wedding, or you can have a wedding without having an entourage. You can, and it could be beautiful for that matter, without having an entourage, without having expectations. My issue here is, you sit there how, and you plan a date. You haven't consulted my bank balance. You haven't consulted me. Well, you know your friends, all right? You know your friends. But even if you know your friends, you don't invade somebody's finances. And some of these weddings, you find, Uguti, let's say I'm here in Joburg and the wedding is somewhere in Limpopo. So there's traveling that is involved. So it's going to be my petrol. I have to book accommodation because I'm not going to show up just on the day. So there's traveling, there's accommodation, and depending on the friendship, there's also a gift that might be expected. So my point is, weddings are not compulsory, okay? If you don't have money, don't get married. Don't get married. Don't do a wedding. Go to Home Affairs, sign, or come to me. Come to a Pastor X and you just come with two people. You can even come in your pajamas for that matter. And then you sign, I give you a certificate, you are married, boom. If you want to do a celebration, budget for that. Budget. Weddings are not for broke people. Okay? Weddings are not for broke people. Budget for that. Now, here is the turning point to this. Come to me and say, X, I would like you to be my groomsman. Okay? And sizotungisa endaweni so, these are the colors. Because these weddings, they also have these funny themes. But you come with a guava pink with a dash of lime green, purple. Like, what the hell? And if I go to somebody who can do it cheap, and you come back, you complain like, no, this quality is not the same, these colors are not matching, so you have to do it in one place, and it's just a costly thing, all right? So here's my thing. Budget for your wedding fully from A to Z. If you want an entourage of 20 people, budget for 20 people. Their outfits, their accommodation, their traveling, and everything else. It's your big day. You are not forced to do it. All right? And you decided on your own, for whatever reason, when you want to get married. Plan everything. Then come to me. Let me, based on our friendship, to say, no, buddy, I'll take care of how much is going to be the suit. I'm going to pay for my own suit. Don't worry about my accommodation. I will sort myself out. Don't worry about my petrol and my car from Joburg to Zanini. I'm gonna be there. Understand? I'll do that. Let it come from me. You don't come and impose and have those expectations. Now you're holding me ransom because of our friendship. Now, because we are friends, now I've seen people going to take loans. Go take loans for a wedding that is not theirs. Okay? To start with, even taking a loan for a wedding is just childish. You don't have to. You don't have to. For who? For what? Okay? So you might as well ask everyone else to bring their plates, to bring their own tables and camp chairs, and because when you decided to get married and you want crowdfunding for that, no, budget everything to the T. Because if you want three people that will be walking down the aisle with you, you know, a suit for this one, a dress for this lady is gonna be this much. Budget for it. Budget up to, for your own dignity, up to even the accommodation. You book them proper accommodation, and you say, come. Then let them, based on how they value you, say, you know what, I will cover this and this. You'll be surprised. Some, because of that gesture, they might even say, you know what, I'll cover my suit, and buddy, I will even cover your suit. That is better than you saying now, listen, as my friend, I want you to come to my wedding, and I'm like, hey. And then you say, oh, by the way, you're going to need about 30K for that. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, Mamela. Don't test our friendship. Don't test it. Because you might just be surprised. I might just say, you know what, I'm sorry, I'll have to excuse myself on that part, but it's fine. I'll show up at the wedding. I will attend the wedding. But unfortunately, I would rather cover the cost of accommodation. In fact, the accommodation, I can even cut it. I have responsibilities. People have responsibilities. People have kids. People are building their lives. And somebody decides out of nowhere to set a date, and without consulting you, and they come and say, on this date, I'm getting married, and you're going to need about 40K as part of your involvement in this. Like, you guys, that is just burdensome. That is burdensome. It's not a must. Save up. And then where amandla wako aphelela khona, and then that's what you can afford. And tailor make your wedding according to what you can afford, according to your means. And then friends and family and relatives, they will chip in whenever they can and wherever they can. But this thing of people getting married, because guys, I'm saying zero. You can spend zero. You can just spend your petrol to go to Home Affairs, or you can spend your petrol to come to my office so that you can just sign and be wedded and like happily married for that matter. It's not a must. Danko.